Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about adjusting parameters in play mode on a Plethora X5. This is one of those features that everybody wanted right from the beginning when the Plethora was... You really don't care about this, do you? Let's just do it. Flick it into edit mode, scroll all the way down to settings, down to board, down to hot knobs, choose the knob that you want. You only have 3 available, obviously. You click the knob, you choose the effect that you wanted to control. I'm going to go with, pitch shifter. And I wanted to control the mix of my pitch shifter. Flick it into play mode. Is that all there is to know about hot knobs? Of course not, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, would you? Come on, let's dive a bit deeper. As you can see, when you come to hot knobs on the board, you see that you have the 3 knobs, obviously, 1, 2, and 3. And as you go in, you see the 5 effects, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the slots, and yes, they go from left to right. If you select each effect, you will see that in this case, pitch shifter, mix voice 1, voice 2. If you go back to the delay, you'll see that you can control delay, feedback, and effects level. They are, in effect, let me show you. Those parameters that you saw in the menu are these parameters. So in the case of pitch shifters, mix voice 1 and voice 2. In the case of my delays, delay time, feedback, and effects level. And on reverb, decay time, tone, and effects level. So whatever parameters you want to control via hot knobs have to be assigned on the tone print to these knobs in edit mode. In this case, it's merely an example. On the flashback default tone print, the delay pot is controlling the delay time, the feedback high cut, and the saturation. If you were to assign one of the knobs to this virtual knob, you are going to be controlling all these 3 parameters. The mapping is also going to be dictated by the travel of the respective virtual knob. So your mix, if it goes from 0% to 100% here, it will also go from 0% to 100% here. You will also notice that you can't see what's going on this screen on play mode. I'm hoping that TC is going to fix this one, because otherwise you really have to remember that knob number 1 is assigned to something. But yeah, what it's doing, it's controlling common mix from 0 to 100 according to what it's doing here. Another thing, the hot knob is a temporary assignment. So if your tone print has, let's say, your common mix at 33.7% when you load your tone print, when you go into play mode, you are playing at 33.7% until you touch your hot knob. Now you're playing at 0, now you're playing at 100, now you're playing at whatever the pot is mapped to. Go out of the board, come back into the same board, and now it's back to whatever it was the last time you left edit mode, 33.7%. You can actually use each knob to control all of the parameters in all of the effects, all of the parameters that you have available to you on the edits. So if you want pitch shifter to control mix voice 1 and voice 2, this is how you do it. You select all those 3, you come back. Let's imagine that you actually also want knob number 1 to control your delay time, your feedback, and your effects level, and your reverb decay, and your tone, and your effects level on the reverb, and now you're controlling 9 parameters from one pot in play mode. Why would you want to do that? No idea, but you can. Obviously I only have 3 effects loaded. If I had these 2 effects loaded, I could be controlling 15 effects. And because I don't know if you noticed, but each one of these can actually control up to 3 parameters itself. Each knob can control up to 45 parameters. If you change tone prints, the mappings stay the same. Let me show you this one. I'm going to go to knob number 2 on the delay, and I'm going to have it control my delay time, okay? Knob 2, delay time. I'm in play mode, all good. I'll go to edit mode, and on my delay, instead of flashback default, I will load up an 8 dot. If I now go and check on my board, knob number 2, on the delay, it's still controlling the delay time. Okay, all good. Thing is, if I now change on this slot, if I load up a different effect, yeah, current chorus, why not? What's gonna happen to the mapping? The mapping is gone. So knob number 2 is now not controlling anything with regards to the tone print that changed, because it's no longer a delay. The Plethora goes, yeah, I don't know what you want to do with this, so yeah, I'm not going to map it anymore, and it just destroys the mapping. So remember this, change the tone print, mapping stays, change the effect, the mapping goes away. So this was the deep dive into the Plethora X5 hot knobs. Remember, you need firmware version 1.2 and upwards. You cannot do this with 1.1 and below. So if you don't have 1.2, go get it. I'm putting the link somewhere in the description. And you know what to do, it's YouTube. Click like, subscribe if you haven't yet, click the notification bell. And if you find these videos useful, go buy me a coffee somewhere down there too. It really helps the channel, and I will see you next time with more tips for the Plethora X5.